They're just hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Ten.
9, 8,
7,
6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
We have appeared.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi, Skywalkers. Happy day after St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, and happy Tuesday to you.
Hope you guys saw our live stream. We had a fun live stream yesterday.
Yeah, we went way over the time.
The
that we
hour,
normally do.
yeah. We had like a fun trivia,
A lot of,
St. Patrick's Day trivia.
a lot of announcements.
We were wearing green.
Yes.
I had green lipstick. It was fun.
It was very fun.
It looked good on camera. It looked weird in real life.
It
That's okay.
looked like you were kissing the Hulk.
It was just odd, but it was fun.
So I thought I would continue the tradition and wear green myself today.
Very nice.
All right, so before we get started, who do we have here? Oh, Pierre Kelly
Woohoo!
is in the house.
Hey, Pierre. I don't. Did I just
Yeah,
yawn?
you yawned
Oh,
that
then
one.
you yawned. Sorry. Oh, Maria's joined us.
Maria. Hey,
Excellent.
hey, Maria. So I know we were talking the other day on our things we want to share. And how did you find us? 'Cause
Oh,
you
yeah.
just, appeared a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And-
probably month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Aw.
So how did you find us?
Yeah. And also say hi to Quincy. Hi, Quincy. Welcome. Yay.
Hey.
All right. Today,
Scrolling.
scrolling. Wow. All
Wow.
right. Well, we popped up on your algorithm, so that's good news.
So are you more of a Star Wars fan, Maria? Are you more of a Disney fan? Are you more of a podcasting fan?
That's true.
Tell us a little bit about you.
Yay. Aw. Pierre. Everyone's welcoming. Pierre's welcoming
Aw.
Maria. Nice.
Pierre's been with us for
Quite some
10
time.
years?
Yeah.
if not more.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right, so we're gonna do our wraparounds, which should be
Yes.
about 20-ish minutes.
Ooh, excuse me. Oh my
Then
goodness.
this Thursday we will have our full episode with Maria Sandoval.
That will be out on our
Looking
YouTube
forward.
channel. Yeah. Also, I've been toying with the idea of posting more in our Patreon. So our Patreon right now, they changed up something with the special Patreon podcast feed. And so now I can post our regular episodes as well as our special bonus episodes for the Patreon members on that feed. So we're doing a little more with Patreon now. So yay.
Yay.
Okay. I started recording here.
Oh, okay.
And
here we
this is
go.
already recording. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I'm yawning. Okay.
Skywalker's Academy just joined.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Excellent.
give me the command.
Clappy claps. Good. All right. Maria's saying, okay, pop culture, George
Sure.
Lucas, and Spielberg fan.
Oh,
Excellent.
you've come to the right podcast.
Yeah. We both grew up loving Spielberg, pop culture, all that. Oh, and Fernando has
Oh,
joined us.
Fernando's back again.
Excellent.
Hello, Fernando. Good to see your name pop up once again.
Yay.
All right, so we're about to begin
Uh-huh.
as soon as Sarah says.
This is what you can look forward to on this hair-raising episode 507 of Skywalking Through Neverland. What could it mean?
I don't know. Hey, Skywalkers, if you've ever asked the question, who does Grogu's hair? Or what was the inspiration for Fennec Shan's foxy hairstyle? Or even, does Luke Skywalker wear a wig? Then you've come to the right place. So we want to welcome you right now to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife, Sarah, who's been really rocking the 90s hairstyles lately. The big sweeping amount of hair.
Yes, I've learned from my hairstylists and people how to make my hair nice waves. And yeah, thanks to the help of some moose, it gets really big.
Yeah, but when you see it, you automatically go back to the 1990s because they didn't have that split down the middle. They didn't have the ponytail look. It was just one big wave of like Conan O'Brien hair.
Early 1990s.
Yeah,
Yes.
a big wave over your head, like a big mane, like Mufasa. How many more pop culture references can I throw in here? I don't know. Maria in the Sky Chat, help me out here. How many more pop culture hair references can I throw in there?
Awesome.
Oh, well, Barry Manilow. No, he had more of a big pompadour.
Why are you comparing men? What the heck's wrong with you?
That's just
That's what comes into your head?
yes. When I see the big giant, because I don't know the names of those 90s models other than like Cindy
Brooke
Crawford
Shields.
and Brooke Shields, who had dark hair
Yeah.
and different kinds of hairstyle.
Right. Okay.
That's why I'm thinking more blonde. Okay.
Okay.
This wasn't prepared, as you can tell.
All right. Skywalkers, we are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, and pop culture fandom. So it's time for your weekly Wookiee hug and your little sprinkle of pixie dust to our family of Skywalkers. We are live right now, if you couldn't tell, on our Skywalking Through Neverland YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and click that bell for alerts so you get notifications for when we go live. Because we have scheduled live streams, but then we have surprise random live streams. And it's fun to see how many of y'all tune in, and we have some fun conversations. So just search YouTube for Skywalking Through Neverland. Now, Richard, we are getting toward 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So how many do we have this week?
Okay, I'm not saying I'm disappointed.
Oh,
I'm not disgruntled, but right now we're at 92,089.
oh,
I was hoping to say 9290, but we did. We needed that one. I'm happy with what I have. You get what you get. You don't get upset. So I'm happy with this number right here. I would be happier with 9290.
I would be happy with 9,300.
That would make me ecstatic. So let's say next week, on next week's show, we'll have 9,300. Skywalkers, you can bring us there. Skywalkers, you are our only hope.
You are our only hope. Quincy has lots of faces. Love it.
Lots of smiling faces.
Yep.
Says Quincy Gaines in the Sky Chat.
Maria says, love the 90s. Bringing it back to the hair.
Mm-hmm.
And Fernando, the both of you are amazing. Wow.
Well, you are welcome anytime.
Yeah, no kidding.
The door is always open.
Okay. In this episode, we speak with hairstylist of the Mandoverse, Maria Sandoval. She is an Emmy-nominated hairstylist who worked on The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, The Book of Boba Fett, and Picard, Star Trek Picard. She also worked on the upcoming live-action Lilo and Stitch, as well as next year's movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's the feature film. So exciting. She gives us so many exclusive behind-the-scenes stories, and that's what we love here at Skywalking Through Neverland.
And you can meet Maria in Japan at the Not So Virtual Cantina Special Edition, headed up by our good friend Spencer Jowitz. And that will take place on April the 17th, the day before our celebration kicks off. And I'm always excited about Spencer's Virtual Cantina events because they, at this point, rival celebration and excitement and all the people he's got there. So
yeah.
So highest kudos to you, Spencer, for what you do. All right, now we are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, and they are a diamond level Disney vacation planner travel agency that can help you book your trip to a Disney park around the world, a Disney cruise, and what else? Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida. Oh, so excited about this. And best of all, their service over there at Small World Vacations. How much do you think it costs? $10,000? $20,000?
A commission? No, it is free of charge for you. So head to smallworldvacations.com for a no obligation price quote and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you. And Richard, we had booked a vacation this year and got a special surprise in the mail this past week. Should I go get it?
Our representative sent us a fun little gift from Epic Universe, namely the Dark Universe. And Dark Universe, that is the Monsterland within this very brand new theme park in the Universal Studios in their theme park universe.
Yep. So we just randomly got in the mail a special surprise backpack, Dark Universe, and it has who's that? The swamp,
That's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
There's the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So we're already getting merchandise.
Yeah.
From our representative over there at Small World Vacations. Not only is their service free, but they give you some free stuff there.
Yeah.
They're always looking out for you. These deals that pop up, and you as just a regular consumer may not know about these things, but the travel agents, they're very much in tune with the theme parks, and they know when these special deals come up, and they apply them right to you.
Yeah.
Why would you not? I'm going to the mall later on. I'm going to call Small World Vacations.
Smallworldvacations.com.
Mm-hmm.
And tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
All right, now we are recording this from Long Beach, California on March the 18th, 2025.
So, Richard, what happened today in Star Wars history?
On this date, March the 18th in 2017, just 8 years ago, Disney XD airs the episode Twin Sons from Star Wars Rebels Season 3.
You don't even need to read the description. This is the one where Obi-Wan and Maul
Okay, but
face
you know what,
off.
for anyone who needs a
Okay.
reminder, go ahead and read the small little show synopsis.
Okay, here that you wrote. Here we go. Maul, as in Darth Maul, but he's Maul now, has tracked Obi-Wan's presence to the remote world of Tatooine, where he searches the desert plains to finally exact his revenge. With a few quick strokes, Kenobi defeats Maul, who dies in the Jedi Master's arms. Kenobi then rides his dewback to check on the young boy who will someday save the galaxy with a new hope.
You know what? We should have taken this off.
Oh no! Oops. We can
Okay.
actually fix that in post.
We'll
We'll do it again. Okay.
Okay.
We are recording this episode from Long Beach, California on March 18th, 2025. So, Richard, what happened today in Star Wars history?
Well, on this date, March the 18th, but in 2017, just 8 years ago, Disney XD airs the episode Twin Sons from Star Wars Rebels Season 3.
I know exactly which episode this is.
I know you do, but for those who need a reminder, read this short synopsis.
Okay, so Darth Maul, or as he's known now, Maul, has tracked Obi-Wan's presence to the remote world of Tatooine, where he searches the desert plains to finally exact his revenge. With a few quick strokes, Kenobi defeats Maul, who dies in the Jedi Master's arms. Kenobi then rides his dewback to check on the young boy who will someday save the galaxy with a new hope.
So you just say the name of this episode, Twin Sons, and everyone just goes right to that moment where Kenobi strikes down Maul in like, what?
Two strokes.
2 strokes?
I think it's 2 lightsaber strokes.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I love the fact that Ezra met up with Obi-Wan, who was in the desert.
Oh, yes.
And then Ben Kenobi has Obi-Wan's got to send Ezra away as Darth Maul gets there. I just love knowing that these characters know each other. So whenever you see Maul in Phantom Menace, like, oh, Ezra knows you. Well, then again, Ezra knows him from previous episodes and seasons from Rebels. I just love the whole crossover.
Knows
but then
Ahsoka,
it knows Ben Kenobi. Ezra knows Ben Kenobi as Ben Kenobi, not Obi-Wan, but Ben Kenobi.
Oh, that's true.
Yes. And then at the very end, Ben goes to check up on Luke, and you see this little tiny boy running across the desert.
Yeah, that's right.
Fantastic episode.
Luke.
Yeah. And then where do we find this information? Well, right over here in Today in Star Wars History, Volume 1 and 2. And
yeah, that is our books, Richard. You authored them.
Yes. And we got another book coming up very, very soon. There's a segue.
It is. Before we move into our conversation with Maria Sandoval, we want to tell you all about WonderCon. So we are hosting our Star Wars trivia party on Friday, March 28th at 9 p.m. at the Anaheim Convention Center. This is at WonderCon. It's so fun. And we're going to have a special guest, Leilani Shu.
Oh, Tika the Jawa from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Speaking of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tika the Jawa from Obi-Wan. She was also in The Mandalorian, and she's so much fun at these special events, our live trivia game shows. She's our scorekeeper and provides so much fun personality. She's so bubbly.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely follow her on Instagram.
Now, will we
Tika the Jawa.
Tika the Jawa? Will we have prizes?
Oh, of course we will have prizes.
This many prizes. Tons and tons of prizes. So please come on down. This, once again, is Friday, the 28th of March at 9 p.m., the party time.
Yeah, so have something to drink and come on by.
Mhm.
Should be fun.
Oh, yes, it will be.
Now, earlier that day, we will be across the street at Disneyland for the opening of Season of the Force, which is over a month-long overlay of Tomorrowland and Galaxy's Edge and really celebrates Star Wars at the theme parks. We are super excited to be covering the press event for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Be talking to Imagineers, getting the scoop on new merchandise.
But we'll also be available that day if we want to do some kind of meetup. Just DM us.
Mm-hmm. This will be a day long remembered. All right, now, speaking of conventions and celebration, while digging through past episodes, I found the infamous interview with the very reluctant John Ratzenberger, who played Major Durlin in The Empire Strikes Back, but most of you know him from Cheers.
Right.
Because he played Cliff Clavin,
Well,
the know-it-all bard patron.
Yes, but most of us know him now as the voice in Pixar films. He's always one character in Pixar films, except until recently.
Until recently, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we ran into him at Celebration Anaheim in 2015. So
10 years ago.
Yes. So we're gonna play a little bit of this clip from episode 76, and this is the end of the little mini interview where I try to get him to say, "This is John Ratzenberger, and I am skywalking through Neverland." Apparently, he wasn't good at taking my direction. Listen to this.
Before we wrap this up, can we have you say, I am John Ratzenberger?
No, you're not John Ratzenberger. I'm John Ratzenberger.
Oh, you know what? Say, I'm George Wen, and I'm skywalking to Neverland.
Well, you're not George Wen either. You're trying to be John Ratzenberger and George Wen. I think we should call security now.
So then right after we spoke to him, we wrapped things up, we tried to get him to say, "Hey, this is John Ratzenberger, and I am skywalking through Neverland." But this is the best we got.
Skywalking through Neverland. Well, good for you.
Okay, we hope you heard this playing as we played it here.
I think they probably heard it down low. Oh my God, that's so funny.
That was so hilarious.
Good for you.
Because
was he grumpy? Was he a grumpy Gus?
It was he saw us walking around with our microphones and a recorder, and his manager said, "Oh, come on over." And John was like, "Yeah, John Ratzenberger, yeah, come on over." And then as soon as we turned the recorder on, he just turned into the grumpy Gus.
Oh no, that's so weird.
That is so odd.
It's weird that it's one thing if you like butt in and like, you know,
right, just
try
shoved it in his face.
Right.
But we were very respectful, and I wanted him to say that this is John Ratzenberger, and he comes in with, "No, I'm John Ratzenberger." John, yes and. So I thought, I'm gonna have fun with this. Just say I'm George Wendt, who played Normie on Cheers.
Oh.
Cliff Clavin's best friend was played by George Wendt, which is why I threw that in there, because I figured at this point, what do I have to lose?
Yes, exactly.
In the end, you couldn't even take direction as to say, "This is John Ratzenberger, and I'm skywalking through Neverland." That he couldn't even do that.
Yeah. My gosh. All right. Well, let's go over some comments here in the Sky Chat. Maria, first of all, she has a comment that she just learned that my favorite Cheers character was in my favorite Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back. Absolutely, John Ratzenberger.
Now, I had met when I lived in Boston. The cast of Cheers came to Boston to do some exterior shooting.
Whoa!
And this was, I want to say, 1988.
Okay.
And at this point, we didn't have any internet, and I didn't know if John Ratzenberger was in The Empire Strikes Back. I saw his name, but he didn't look like him. He didn't really sound like him.
Very bit part character. It's hard to see him.
And he's always wearing that Hoff,
right?
The hat.
Yeah.
So they had a big parade of all the Cheers cast And I ran over I broke the barrier. I ran over to him and said, "Are you in The Empire Strikes Back?" And he just nodded yes. That's when the
So you
police
got
had
confirmation.
yes, from him directly.
Wow.
That's when the police escorted me back. But I had to know, and he's right there. I just had to ask him that question.
You are so funny. All right. Also, Maria is asking, is it true Harrison Ford is a grouchy guy? So I think he just has his moodiness. And I feel like he's gotten over the grouchy guy stage. I feel like he was grouchy.
Now
Like,
it's like
now he's like
at
accepted
this stage
his
of his
fate.
life. It's
Yes.
like, I'm too old to be grouchy.
Right.
I just want to move on.
Well, I think at this point, like you go through phases in your life, and for a while there, the Star Wars actors were pretty much just known as the Star Wars actors. And so even Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford, they really just were like, they wanted to leave that behind and move on.
Even Mark Hamill said, "I'm gonna write a book about my life, but I'm not going to include Star Wars."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good idea.
But then as you get older, you realize what this legacy has done and how many people it has inspired. And I think it changes your aspect. And in fact, when we met Harrison Ford at the Force Awakens press conference in 2015, and even during that press conference, he seemed he wasn't grouchy at that point.
Well, he's a very reserved guy.
Yes.
He doesn't like, if you watch his interviews, he's just very, very antsy.
He just doesn't like interviews.
Like he said, he wants a script.
Yes.
He's not good at improvising. He wants a script. But you see him on Jimmy Kimmel, he's funny.
He is.
It's at this, once again, at this point, that I don't care what I say. I'm gonna say it and let the censors worry about it.
Yeah. It's their shtick, says Julie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, John, I'm sorry I interrupted you that day. So, with all that said, come see us at WonderCon, March 28th at 9 p.m. for our Star Wars trivia game party. And John Ratzenberger, you're invited too.
Hope to see you there. So I do this?
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing ADR. As head of hair department, Maria has 2 very big movies coming up, including this summer's live-action Lilo and Stitch and next summer's The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Okay.
All right, folks, we're going to do our outro. Okay. That wraps up episode 506. Is it 506?
507.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yes. Didn't change
No
the
problem.
notes.
No problem. Well, that wraps up episode 507 of
Skywalking Through Neverland.
We want to thank Maria Sandoval and Spencer Jowitz for connecting us. Once again, you can meet Maria Sandoval and many other stars of Star Wars at the Not So Virtual Cantina Special Edition party on April 17th, the day before Celebration in Japan. And just announced, they have some new guests. Kiriana Crater, who played KB from Skeleton Crew, will be joining the Not So Virtual Cantina event. Oh my goodness.
That's a big score.
That is huge. I'll be following her. I'm following her on Instagram, and she just posts the cutest things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just adorable. But she has really grown up. Like, she no longer looks like that little girl that was in Skeleton Crew. She is a young woman now.
Yeah, both of those girls just sprouted up like 2 feet.
Puberty. What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
And to all of our Skywalkers who listen every week, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. You can search YouTube for Skywalking Through Neverland.
All right, Quincy Gaines in the Sky Chat says, yes, you'll be at 2,300 by this time next week.
2,300, so you mean 9,300 subscribers?
Yes.
Okay, 9,300 subscribers by this time next week. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Fernando down here is saying, Skeleton Crew is very good. Yes, please watch if you haven't already. Apparently, it has some low watch numbers, but people are really enjoying it if you have watched it. Yeah.
How is that possible?
Please do.
Now, do you have things that you want to share? Well, we do. So every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we do our live things we want to share on YouTube. That's when we go on, we share with you what we did that week, any kind of movies that we had seen, any premieres, anything we had gone to at the Disney parks, new merchandise. We have a lot of trivia games. Then we invite the Skywalkers to come on up and share what they've done that week or any new merchandise they've gotten.
Yeah, you can actually come up on screen and share, or if you're more comfortable, in the comments.
And this Monday, the 24th of March, we're going to be doing a fun Snow White roundtable.
Live action Snow White.
Yeah, we're seeing it tonight.
We are. We're heading there right after this to go to the movie theater. And yeah, I'm very curious. I'm actually really glad we have a screening because I want to check this movie out.
Oh, me too.
I want to see if it's as good as people are posting on social media, or is it just because they were invited by Disney to the premiere?
Yeah, I think you know that answer. All right, now, are you interested in our books? Well, autographed copies of Today in Star Wars History Part 1 and 2 and Skywalking Through My Fandom, the interactive notebook. They are available now from skywalkingthroughneverland.com/book. And that's also where you can find our next book now in production.
That's right. Would you like to support Skywalking Through Neverland? Well, consider supporting us through the Skywalking Force, which is our Patreon. We have been revamping our Patreon a little bit and adding some little bits of extras to each level and blah, blah, blah. Let me start that over. Would you like to support Skywalking Through Neverland? You can consider supporting us through the Skywalking Force, our Patreon. Patreon has been doing a lot of updates over there, and we've been trying to update our page and change with them. So go check it out. If you haven't already, you can go to skywalkingforce.com. And if you become a Patreon member, the Skywalking Force has access to bonus content in the form of our Zoom and StreamYard discussions on past Disney Plus shows like Skeleton Crew, coming up, Snow White. You'll also get a coupon code to use for our books, and this bonus content begins at only $5 a month. You also get shout-outs on Skywalking Through Neverland every month as well. So head to skywalkingforce.com, have a look at the options, and thank you so much to those of you who are already part of the Skywalking Force.
We also want to thank our sponsor, Small World Vacations, for their continued support. Thinking of a trip to a Disney park, a Disney cruise, or to Universal Studios' new theme park, Epic Universe? Well, you can fill out a get a quote form at smallworldvacations.com today. Their vacation planning service is free of charge. So head over there and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
We are part of the Skywalking Network. Skywalker's Academy coming in at the right time. Woo! And you can find other great shows there like Talking Apes,
Star Warsologies,
the Max Effects, the Max Effects, the Max Effects podcast,
the Neverland Clubhouse,
Totally Tell Me Everything,
and the YouTube shows Collectopolis and Today in Star Wars History. There's a new Talking Apes coming your way very soon, as well as a new episode of Collectopolis.
Nice.
Things are in the works.
And Star Warsologies is constantly posting shows every 2 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also going to be sharing a Disneyland day with a scientist. So they're going to check out like science in the parks.
Lots going on over there at the Skywalking Network.
Mm-hmm.
And as Skywalker's Academy says, or Sky Nuts. Either Skynet or Sky Nuts. I like
works.
That does very much work. Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show. Like that didn't make it into the show. And
always remember
to fix up your hair before watching the show.
You like it?
I love your hair.
Oh, man.
And Neverland on Alderaan.
Okay.
Yes, Fernando. Star Wars history is the best history, which is why there's 2 big giant volumes of Today in Star Wars history.
Look at them.
Oh my goodness. Gotta update these. There's so much going on.
Julie said Skynet. And Maria's going to take her daughter to watch Snow White on Friday night. Okay, cool.
Oh.
Well, I hope you guys can join us on things we want to share on Monday. Like maybe even come on screen if you're comfortable with that, because we would love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I just cannot wait to see this. I just
Me
cannot
too.
wait to see it.
You know what? We saw a really good preview this morning, like an ad of Snow White. It started with the dwarves, but it was like geared toward little kids.
Yeah.
It looked cute.
I'm not sure if I'm totally on board with the look
Right.
of the dwarves, but it may just work in this universe.
That's what I'm thinking. Like once you get used to it, like it's with anything. Like I think remember Star Wars Resistance and even Star Wars Rebels, people started watching the show and they're like, oh, these characters look like they're plastic and blah blah blah.
Well, even the prequels, everyone said, oh, it looks too digital. But in this world,
Mhm.
everything is very uniform within the prequels. Because everything has that kind.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like
Wait.
in the prequels, a lot of people said, oh, it's too digital.
Right.
It's too, but in that world, it
a
all
different
worked
look.
together.
Right.
It was all very cohesive.
Mhm.
So I'm just wondering if other characters other than the dwarves, they've got to look digital as well, not just not Snow White or the Queen, but the other characters in the film,
like the animals, or
the
something.
animals, or even the other humans. If they have a little digital look, it'll all be consistent, and it
It'll
won't just
blend.
be the dwarves.
I see what you're saying.
And every
Okay.
dwarf is named Peter Dinklage. That'll make him happy, finally.
Okay, Julie's gonna. Okay, she and James are gonna try and see it Saturday
Oh.
morning. Yes, I hope you join us. Yay! Awesome, Maria. And Gal Gadot looks fabulous as the Wicked Queen. I think she does.
She looks
Yes.
fabulous in a barrel.
Yeah.
Give her a gunny sack to wear.
It was so funny seeing red carpet photos of her and Snow White or Snow
Rachel
White
Ziegler?
actor standing together. It's like boop 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 boop. Like so far, like a foot and a half difference between their heights.
Mhm.
All right,
All right, everyone.
Skywalkers.
So we will see you on Monday.
Yep.
Monday.
Gotta make the trek up to Burbank now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.